Jackson's 7-month update. He's actually 7.5 months right now, and it has just taken us forever to do sit-down videos. And right now is basically the only time we can do so, and we have Jane here and Jackson, so this video might get a little bit crazy. Usually I try to film when they're napping so that it's not so hectic, but this way that you can see this little guy during the update. So we're just gonna get right into it. There's a lot that happened when he was 6 to 7 months old. The first is that he celebrated his first Halloween and his first Thanksgiving. For Halloween, he dressed up as a shark, and basically we just put him in the outfit to take pictures, and then we were gonna go trick-or-treating in our neighborhood, and it was a little bit chilly out, so also his costume was like really puffy, so I couldn't put him in the car seat with it on. He ended up taking a little evening nap and never got back into his costume, so he basically just wore it for the pictures, but that's okay. And then Thanksgiving we spent at my brother and sister-in-law's house, and he was sleeping while we ate, so he missed out a little bit on his first Thanksgiving, but otherwise he had fun hanging out with family and friends. He also had his first food. I didn't really keep good track of his food because we are doing baby-led weaning, so basically he just kind of eats whatever we're eating. Unlike when Jane was his age, I introduced purees to her, and one at a time, so I knew exactly what I was feeding her. But with him, he kind of just eats everything. But his first food was bananas, and he loved the bananas. And then he had avocado and toast and sweet potatoes and those little puff things all last month, I know for sure. But he also had tons of other things. I think green beans, eggs, scrambled eggs. So he's had a ton of food now since then, but those are what he had first. We experienced his first daylight savings where we had to fall back in time, and that sounded weird. And he did pretty good. It did take a few days to get him back onto his little nap schedule and sleep schedule, but he wasn't super cranky and wasn't super fussy like around food time and everything. But it did take a few days, I would say, to get him back on his little schedule. We have a little walker that we like to put him in, and honestly, I put him in it last month just to kind of let him sit up and see things. This was before he was crawling, and I didn't expect him to walk in it, but he does. He definitely walks in it. He loves his little walker. He walks all around the kitchen, and then sometimes Jane pushes him in it too, but he loves that thing, and I was just so surprised that he would actually walk in it. On November 12th, Jackson slept without a swaddle. Now, I think you guys know that he was swaddled with his arms out, so his arms weren't swaddled in since a long time. I think since like 2 or 3 months he's had his arms out. He just was never one to like his arms in the swaddle. So we kind of just tested it out, and he did great. And then since then he hasn't had a swaddle. He does have one knit blanket in his crib, but otherwise we just make sure that he is dressed warmly for bedtime so he doesn't get cold. Last month he said his first word, dada. Now, no offense to Chris, and he doesn't watch these videos anyways, but I don't think Jackson knows that dada is Chris. He just says dada. You know, when babies start saying things, dada and mama and baba, it's just them learning how to talk. So he definitely says dada though, and he says a few other things as well, but no mama. So we are trying to get him to recognize Chris as dada, but I don't think it's kind of clicked yet. Although Jackson is definitely crawling now, this is his 7-month update, so I had listed that he's trying really hard to crawl. Last month he would do like the plank position. He would try so hard. He would pop up onto his knees. He would try to scoot forward. He really wanted to move, and most of the time it was to get to where Jane was. If Jane was playing with something, or if she was across the room, he just really wanted to be where she was. So he would try so hard to crawl towards her. Last month, Jackson became very vocal, and I'm sure you guys hear him right now. He just wants to chat. Jane was actually a lot more vocal than Jackson is, but he's definitely finding his voice and likes to kind of scream or just kind of make noises. And it's super cute. He is also finally graduated to the big boy tub. I think last month he had taken a few baths without his infant bathtub, but for sure we put the infant bathtub away, we packed it up, and he is taking a bath in the regular bathtub, which he loves. He loves it, especially if Jane is taking a bath with him and they're kind of playing with toys together. Although Jane doesn't necessarily like it because the water has to be a little bit colder than she likes and also a little bit lower than she likes. But otherwise, they have a blast in the bathtub together, and Jackson likes to do tummy time in the bath. He also likes to sit up and touch the water coming out of the fountain or the faucet. And we haven't done Bubbles yet. We should try Bubbles. I think he'd really like Bubbles. But as far as his weight and all that, I do not know, but I do know that he is pretty much out of all 6-month clothes. Some of the onesies still fit, but are definitely tight. He is wearing right now a 9-month onesie, so you can tell that it kind of fits perfectly. And then he has some 9-month pants on, which are a little bit long on him. As far as pajamas though, he's definitely in 9 or 12-month pajamas. The 12 months are a little bit big on him, but they definitely still fit. And the 9 months are perfect. But I'm actually finding it hard to find 9-month pajamas places. So he's basically in 12-month pajamas. But that is all I have for his little update today. Like I said, it's kind of hard to think because he's definitely done some other fun things and milestones in the last 2 weeks. And he'll be 8 months old in 2 more weeks. So I wanted to get this update up for you guys. I wanted to also say, sorry it's been so long we've done a sit-down video. I have been sick with a cold, then Chris was sick with a cold. I had no voice, so I didn't want to film anything. And it's just taken us a while to get in the groove of our schedules and everything. As you can see, there's ruckus going on back here and Jackson being awake. So I hope this video wasn't all over the place. But I'm glad that you guys got to see this little guy. Can you say bye? Say give the video a thumbs up. Thumbs up the video if you liked it, guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!